All right, welcome to another video. Today I want to share with you some insight on what I would do if I was to start a brand new YouTube channel with 0 subscribers. And not only that, I actually just did start one last month. I'm going to show you what I'm doing right now to build that audience and grow it. Stay tuned. All right, so there's a lot of videos out there that'll probably tell you, hey, what would I do now if I was starting a brand new YouTube channel in 2022, 2023, 2024? As that continues, they'll give you some sheds and insight. But remember, they've started their YouTube channel a lot sooner. Now, for me, I started YouTube channels throughout different periods of time over the last 10 years. And I think I'm on my 3rd or 4th YouTube channel right now. And each one kind of has its own little niche. And what I want to show you here is when you go in and take a look at the YouTube channel here, I've already got a Backstage Income YouTube channel, but I just started this one. This one is known as Critical Charts. So this is my stock trading and investing channel, which is kind of secondary. It's my second investing channel because I have another one that's Traders Fly, which is this one right here. There's another YouTube channel there. And when you look at this YouTube channel, if you look at the videos and you start looking at the ones I have, the first video published actually was December 13th, 2021. So you could take a look at this. So it's probably about a month and a half, maybe 2 months by the time you're watching this video. It was released. So you could see at the beginning, the amount of videos or views that I got from this was, between 45 to 112. So what is it that I'm kind of doing as I'm starting to build this channel? Well, what I'm really focusing in on is specific tickers, or in this case, like stocks, names, trigger names that actually have some search criteria within that week or time frame, right? Because see, what you could do is create evergreen content. So there is something like, let's say we look at evergreen content. So if I make something like evergreen, it's kind of like the 10 tips to investing. So all that's great, but there's no hot button or trigger or anything like that to kind of make it go and try and push that viral effect. So what's going to happen is, I might have a slow curve here, and then later starts growing, and maybe it'll start picking up some speed. So that's fine. But what I'm trying to do right now is do some trend things. And what the trend things is kind of like what's happening now, what's kind of hot right now. And what that usually does is it kind of picks up the speed initially right away very quickly, and then it kind of dies down a bit. So it's a trade-off, right? So I'm picking up speed at the beginning, but it may die down later. Whereas some evergreen content, you'll pick up some speed later on the tail end. So it's kind of like, okay, do I want to grow that channel fast or in the long run? So there's also another thing that I'm kind of playing with is that, okay, if I go in and, I look at these videos, I could do, different niches and areas and try like this type of video and this type of video and this type of video and see which one works. So I did that actually, and I tried some shorter form content. So if you notice these videos, they're roughly about like 6-7 minutes long. They're not too long. So this one's like 5 minutes, this one's 7 minutes, this one's 5 minutes. But if you look, I've also done some live streaming as well, where the video is, about an hour and 15, hour and 20, hour and 23. But if you look at the views here, I'm kind of averaging about, let's say 160 views, and these were published way earlier. So December 17th, when you look at that, okay? Whereas when you look at these views, and you look at these videos, so let's just go back to kind of the first page. Even some of these recent pages, look, some of these on average, I've got some at 469, 245, 101, and this is just published recently. So it's like has 2 weeks less of data. And if you, come in and you see some of these other ones that kind of hit 158 and 263. So some of these shorter videos are actually surpassing some of the longer form videos. So I'm trying to mix in some things. So this is what I'm doing in order to make it happen. So kind of tip number 1, if I was to tell you, okay, yeah, you could look at evergreen, but do both and also look at trending topics. Okay, so that's kind of step 1. Step 2 is look at short form and look at long form content and see which one's performing better for you. So I've got trending versus evergreen. I got short form versus long form. And then number 3 is also I'm doing some kind of live streaming in there to kind of help push the channel a little bit forward, because when you do some live streaming, it kind of bumps you up in the algorithm. For example, it might place you in front of your eyeballs of your audience a little more, because you're going live, so they'll say, hey, this is live, or they're live, so it pushes you more views and watch time. And the live streaming gives you a lot more watch time, because all of a sudden people are, you know, sitting through a longer form video. So if you've got like an hour, and even if you have like, you know, 10 people that sit through it, you got 10 hours of watch time. Whereas a short video, you know, you need many more hits to make that happen. So anyways, these are some of the things that I'm doing. Obviously, you know, I'm also doing things like great description. So I kind of write these things out. I've got like hashtags here. I've got a nice written description here. I'm trying to create some nice thumbnails. I'm doing some playlists in these things as well. I don't do the end screens right now as much, simply because, well, a lot of the traffic anyway dies down at that tail end. That's number one. Number two, I can't put a link there to push to my website, so I just do that in the description. Yeah, I could add a little more on the end screens right now, but I haven't done that yet. And if you kind of look at the analytics, you know, you can see, just going back to some of these channels, let's just go in and look at the analytics here of this one. You can see, you know, this video, for example, is taken off and it's doing very well. So more videos like this would be good. And if you kind of look at where the traffic's coming from, you know, YouTube search is the key, right, for this one. And it's because I was looking at Google Trends to pick up like where, what video to make. And here's, you can see the tail end of the video, you know, people just drop off there. And, you know, as we look at the reach, the click through, that basically is just telling me, you know, as people look at the video, you know, the thumbnail, how many are actually clicking through it. Okay. So there's a ton of impressions there. So you're looking at kind of the stats. And you're looking at, you know, how the audience is kind of behaving. And a lot of that audience is not subscribed yet. So, you know, and then people subscribe there with time, and then they're kind of watching. So that's kind of what I'm doing to kind of grow this channel. And, you know, as you watch this video, you can go in and hop on over to the Trader's Fly channel and see where it is at the time. You know, right now we are at 258 subscribers. As of, I think it's, what is it, January 16th or so, January 18th at the time of the recording of this video. So, you know, starting in February, you'll be able to kind of see how is this actually moving along and doing as we progress and move forward, or maybe a year down the road. Again, right now we're in 2022, January 18th or so, 2022. And as we go in later down the road and you look at these videos published, just look at the oldest one and you'll be able to see like how far, how many videos is he publishing. The other thing, you know, I will mention is, yeah, I am publishing a handful of videos. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 videos a day. They're very short and they're quick for me to do because I've done it for so long anyway. But I've got kind of 4 videos that are basically being published a day. Sometimes it's just 2 videos a day, but as you look at this channel, you can see 5 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago. So it's like 2, 3 videos there. If you go into the channel and you just look at the YouTube studio and you look at, let's see, the content here, and we look at, let's just say analytics maybe. You can see here in the last 28 days, let's go to the last 90 days, no videos published. You can see there's like empty. But you can see there's a few videos, a little live stream, and you can see how this channel is like starting to grow a bit, right? It's picking up some steam right here, right now. But at the beginning, there's not much. So let's go to 28 days. So you can see picking up some steam and picking up some steam there. So yeah, so it's starting to really kind of grow, 118 subscribers and really starting to flow. So anyways, I just want to show you monetization wise, if you're thinking about that. Look, I'm at 258 subscribers there and 525 public watch hours. A lot of that is from the live streaming aspect because they're watching a longer form content, and that really helps build that up as well. So anyways, I hope that helps, gives you some insight, you know, on really what I would do with a brand new YouTube channel and exactly what I'm doing, rather than, you know, just, hey, here's some theoretical things as what I would do, because things have changed. And I'm really trying to hone in and focus on getting like the trendy keywords right now with this channel to kind of grow it and accelerate it, rather than, you know, longer form content, because I'm trying to kind of pick up the speed and growth of it to see how that plays in. Now, maybe things will change because then I'll want some more evergreen content. I don't want to be, you know, posting all the time 4, 5, 7 videos a day, because that just really chews up a lot of time. But at the beginning, maybe you give it kind of that juice or that burst of energy to kind of kick things off. And once it's got that rocket fuel behind it, it makes the other videos ranked a lot easier. So anyways, thanks for joining me. Hope that opens up your eyes and mind a little bit more and what I'm doing here, and gives you some tips and insight. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.